So let's create a new class under a control structure programs package, new class. So I'm putting while demo. So last class I have written a static methods, right? So this time I have written non-static methods. Let's create a non-static methods. All conditional statements related programs we have developed using static methods. So now I will use a non-static methods access modifier. So void method name, and you can use so data type. Otherwise, without any parameters, I can write first. The first program what I am writing here is I want to write a program to print 1 to 100 5-digit numbers. Only 5-digit numbers in 1 to 100. So that's what I want to print it. How can you print that? So this is the program. So just think about that. So how can we print only 5-digit? So just think a little bit, okay? 1 to 100. How can we print only 5 digits? See, 1 to 100, what are the 5 digits?
5, 10, 15.
Right, that's right. So only that numbers only have to print. Other numbers you should not print. Just see how you can frame it. Just understand the program. So 1 to 100, you have to iterate. So that means your initialization is a 1. In the condition place, less than or equal to your is till 100. Loop inside, you have to put a condition. If the I value is divided by 5 equal to 0, then print that number only. Otherwise, don't print. Then increment the I value. So this is the logic. Just know the algorithmic steps how we need to approach. First, loop it 1 to 100 with a while loop. The loop inside, you put a if condition. If you want to filter something, you need if condition. Right? So that filtering can be done with a if condition. So let's go private void print 1 to 100 only 5-digit numbers. Right? Only 5-digit numbers. So that's a method name I have written. Print, or you can write reframe also. This one is up to you. Print 5 digits in 1 to 100 using while loop. So method name, it's up to you how you want to write. Okay. So let's print some statement. Printing 5 decibles in 1 to 100 range. See, first, where you need to start your initialization. While loop, we remember the while loop syntax. First initialization. So that means int I equal to 1. That's the initialization. While condition I less than or equal to 100. Till 100 I want to. That's the maximum boundary I'm giving. So the minimum boundary is the initialization we are starting. The maximum boundary is till 100. And if condition logic we need to build. If I percentile by 5 equal to 0, then print that I value. So I'll use only print method, not print ln. Print method, what it will do, it will print in the same line. So plus I am going to give some tab. /t means in the keyboard you have a tab key, right? It will press the tab key. It will press the tab key. So that's what so it is happening. So I after it is going to print a one space, because in the same line it will print all of them. Okay, so I'm printing that. After that, if condition is over, then I need to increment the I value by 1. How you can do? Using plus operator. So I plus. That's it. So then you have to bring the cursor, because it is all in the same line, right? I have to bring the cursor after while loop. I'll bring the cursor to next line. You can print. So just end of this method. A simple program, non-static method with void without parameters. Next. I want to print. Any questions here in this program? So again, I told you to start from here, then try it out. So 1 less than or equal to 100. So then come this if condition. If this condition is true, it will come to inside the while loop. This condition will check 1% by 5 not equal to 0. So it won't go here. Then I value will increment by 1, now 2. So 2 less than or equal to 100, true, comes inside. 2 by 2% by 5 not equal to 0, and comes here 3. So I will become 3. So here again 3 less than or equal to 100, true, and 3% by double equal to 0, false, and it will come here. So see, if it is a false, it's not going here. So it is jumping this spot and coming here. So now I value 3 plus 1, 4. 4 less than or equal to 100, true, and 4% by 5 equal to 0, this is a false. So again come here, I value becomes 5 now. So 5 less than or equal to 100, true, and 5% by 5 equal to 0, true. It will come here, 5 will print first. So like that it will iterate 100. So that's what manually, if you execute only, you will get that. Well, next question, next program. write a program. Okay, write a program. So write a program to print even numbers. Even numbers in 1 to 100. How can you print only even numbers using while loop? How can you do that? Right? This is a similar kind of program. Whatever I have written first program, that's a similar, but only the logic will change there. How can you say one number is even or odd?
You divide by 2, the remainder should be 0.
Divided by 2. That's it. Remaining code, everything same. Only here instead of 5, you put a 2. That's it. The program is done. So let's write another program. So I'm putting void. The access modifier is a default. Void print even numbers in 1 to 100. That's it. So remaining, the code is same whatever I have written on the top. You can do this because already same code I have given on the top. Print 1 to 100 even numbers. These logics you need to remember. Even numbers. So the initialization again, int I equal to 1. That's initialization. So while, so I less than or equal to 100. So then if condition I percentile by 2 double equal to 0, then print that I value. /t. So I'm going to remove ln because I don't want to print it in the next line. All I want to print horizontally, all the even numbers. First 2 will print, then 4, 6. Like that it will print in the same line. That's what the print method, right? Same line it will print, but one tab I'm pressing. After printing I value, what I'm pressing? One tab. /t means one tab I'm appending to the I value. Then increment the I value by 1 using plus operator. I plus. Done. So bring the cursor outside the while loop. Bring the cursor. So what it will do? The cursor is in this line. The cursor will brought it to next line by println method. I'm not giving anything, just empty. Just it will just bring the cursor to next line. Then so I'm printing. So end of this method. So this method name I can give. Method name, it's up to you how you want to give. That's the next program. See, all I'm following the initialization, while condition, then logic, then incrementation, the end of while loop. End of while loop. This is the end of while loop. See, when I select this, it is highlighting this. So this pair of brackets belongs to only if condition. That's the program. The next program is write a program to print all numbers from 50 to 1. So I'm designing all this for us to cover so different scenarios, right? That's what I'm doing. Protected. So void print all numbers from 50 to 1. easy programs, all very, very small, but so why I'm writing multiple programs is you can remember the while loop syntax. First initialization, then condition, then logic, then incrementation in the increment or decrement in the body of while loop. That's it. So manually execute so that you will get an idea how it is. Small programs I have given, right? That you try it out. So then you'll get a better idea. Print 50 to 1 odd numbers. What is the initialization now? 50. What is the initialization? 50. That's your initial. You have to start from there. 50 onwards, you have to start. You have to downgrade till 1. So that means while I greater than or equal to 1. So descending order means I told you have to use a greater than or equal to symbol. Because you have to check 1 also. That's why you're using greater than or equal to 1. Then how do you know the value? So every time I is a even or odd, how can you check that? So I percentile by 2 not equal to 0. If I percentile by 2, if you divide the I value by 2, that is not equal to 0. Only that number you print, I'm saying. So I'll print that, only that number. So I and print that number only. Remove the ln because I don't want in the next line, in the same line you print, so that it looks good. Otherwise, your vertically if you print, that will become very big console. So print in the same horizontal line, one after the other with some space, so that the numbers won't clutter, right? So it will be some space each number after. That's what I'm putting a /t. So then after the logic, decrement the I value by 1 using minus operator. So I minus. That's it. Basically, I'm covering all conditions, all the decrement operator, how to use. Then bring the cursor to next line after loop. So this is the after loop. I'm bringing the cursor to next line. So and end this method. So end of printing. So on numbers 50 to 1. So all these programs are very, very important. You write, and even methods concept you practice. Your methods concept you practice. Same class how to call, in another class how to call, another package class how to call. All 3 scenarios you practice again. So you'll get a confident on the methods also. See, every method is different. Every method is doing a different task. You cannot write all of them in one method, right? So the purpose of method is that one. Okay, let's move on to the next.
So how to decide if condition? How to decide if?
But you want to filter, right? You want to filter. See, 50 to 1 means there are even numbers and odd numbers, right? In the 50 to 1, even numbers, odd numbers are there or not? Tell me first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then what you want? You don't want even numbers, right? You want only odd numbers. Then you filter with if condition. So if each I value 50 is a even number, not odd number, that how can you avoid that to print? Then write it this if condition. If I percentile by 2 not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then that will become the odd number. I'm printing only that I value. If it is even number, I'm not printing. I mean, condition becomes false, right?
Yeah,
If condition becomes false means it won't come inside, right? Here it won't come.
sorry, Ramesh.
It won't. Yeah.
Oh, I've been printing 52.1. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Right. I value 50. 50 greater than 1 true. Comes inside. 50% L by 2 not equal to 0, but this is false. That's why it will come here. Directly. This condition, if condition becomes false first time, and it will come directly here. Because why it won't go inside? Because this condition becomes false. If condition is false, I told you very clearly, the cursor won't go inside the if block. So it will come here. So 50. So current I value 50. 50 minus 1, 49 it will become. So it will go here. 49 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside. 49% L by 2 not equal to 0. Yes, true. So 49 will print. It is reducing, no, 50 to 1. Till 1, your I value should be greater than 1 always. Until your I value becomes 1, it will iterate. So that's what the descending order I'm printing here. That's why greater than symbol and minus symbol you are getting. Clear? Manually execute at least a few iterations. I told you, right? Yesterday I was asked to write. So I value 50 greater than 1. True. Right, like this. 50 greater than or equal to 1. Write like this. Then write the condition output. Then come here. Right. So 50 percentile by 2 not equal to 0. I'm saying here it will become false. First iteration. So that's why it will come here. So right here also write 50 minus 1. So 49. Now current I value becomes 49. So it will go again here. So write this. 49 greater than or equal to 1. True. Comes inside. 49 percentile by 2 not equal to 0. True. And comes here. First 49 will print. One space will print. Then comes here. So this execution is done. Line by line code will execute. Here it will come. So now 49 minus 1. So 48. So this is how iteration will go. Again, once you get the latest I value, where it will go? Where it will go? 48. So this updated I value, you got it. Where it will go? It will go to while condition. Here it will go. So if it is true, comes here. If it is true, comes here. If it is a false, directly jump to here. Okay, so this is the execution you need to understand, right? That's what, practice that. Practice that, and at least a few iterations you write, then you will get it, right? So write a program, print capital A to capital Z alphabets. You need to print capital A to capital Z alphabets. So you write a program. So make a note of your exercise, a task for you. Write a program to print small z to small a alphabets. So please make a note this. It's almost, I'm doing small a to small z, but I'm giving a task to you. Capital A to capital Z I'm doing. So you have to do small z to small a alphabets you have to print. How can you print this? So A, B, C, these are what data type? So characters these are. What data type? A, 1 right? 1 character means what data type these are all? You have to take char data type. So take the char data type. Public, I told you, increment and decrement operators you can use on integers and characters only. Print capital A to capital Z alphabets. So write this. So I'm just initializing. Initialization is char C equal to capital A, while C less than or equal to Z, capital Z. So then you print the C value and space you print. So I'm using again print method only. I'm not using println method, because println method, if you use vertically, it will print, because every character after it will print, cursor will go to next line, but I don't want to go to next line. I want to stay in the same line. That's why I'm using print method. This is the way you need to catch the print and println, when you need print, when you don't need print. That you need to decide. Okay, next, the statement is done, then increment. Move to next character, increment the C value by 1 using plus plus operator, C plus plus. So A value smaller than Z, this will be the first A value. I'm starting with A, and then I'll check A less than or equal to 2 comes inside, A will print. Now here C plus plus means A plus 1. That means A ASCII code will come. 65 plus 1, 66. 66, the character is B, so capital B. So the B less than or equal to Z, true, and B will print. And here the incrementation will happen. It will go to next character C, and it get till Z all the characters. That's why we're using the increment operator. So the same, I'm bringing the cursor to next line after while loop. So that's it. End of this method. Okay, so the next program, all while loop programs only, all while loop programs I'm writing. There are so many programs you can write. So each method is different. Each method performs the different task. So write a program, print ASCII codes of capital A to capital Z. So ASCII codes you have to print for A to Z. How can you print? So how can you get a ASCII code? If you assign this character to integer, right? Then you will get it. So your initialization should be integer. So assign the character to integer. Then obviously you will get print ASCII code from capital A to capital Z. That's my method name. But by reading this method, I can understand, okay, what is the logic inside. That's how very meaningful method name you have to give. So every method is different. And now see that. Print ASCII codes for capital A to capital Z. So int C equal to, now what will happen when you assign the character to integer number? What will store in the C? The integer number of capital A, right? That is 65 will store here. Am I right or not? When you assign the character to integer, what you will get? That ASCII number of that character. That is ASCII code 65 for capital A. So you write a program. So for you task, I have given a second program. Are you noting down? Are you noting down or not? Hmm? Are you noting down or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So write a program to print ASCII codes of small z to small a. So I asked it to write a program to print small z to small a alphabets, one program. Second program, write a program to print ASCII codes of small z to small a. So that's what I know. So you have to write those programs. Please write those and send it to me. And so then increment the C value. So go to next number. Increment C value by 1 using always using plus operator. So C++. That's it. Okay. Now first what will happen? 65. 65 less than, what is the Z ASCII code? 90. So 65 less than or equal to 90. True. Comes inside. So 65 will print. Comes here. 65 plus 1. 66. Again 66 less than or equal to 90. Z ASCII code is 90. So it will take and 67 will print. Like this, the loop will iterate till Z all the ASCII codes. So this is the next program. Bring the cursor to next line using a println. So println cursor is here after last number 90. The cursor is here. I have to bring that cursor to next line. This ln will bring that cursor to next line. So after all, see, after while loop only I used that. So don't use inside the while loop ln. If you use and your console will fill all the numbers, it's difficult to see them, all of them. So that's why make sure you take the print method inside the loop, and after completing the loop, call println method. So next, and just putting some designs after. So end of this method. Two tasks I have given. Apart from these programs, you have to write those programs also extra. So more tasks are coming up for you. So you have to finish those tasks. Okay. So next program is print multiplication table to a given table number. You have to give an input to the table number. That table it has to print. So how the table number will be, let me show you. So this is the how I need to, for example, I'll take a simple example, table I want to print. So you have to write like this. Right? This is how, right? Am I right or not? Instead, I'm taking the table. What is a 3 table? It will be in the 2 place, sorry. Here 2. So 8. So and so on. I have to write till so all 2 multiplied by 10 equal to 20. So you have to write all in like this, it has to print. This is the table number. And this is the I value where you will initialize, right? First initialization, that is the I value. Until 10 you have to go. And this is the table number multiplied by I value. So, but this one is a constant here. This X is constant. This equality is constant. Constants you can put in double quotes. So as a string. So it will print as it is that. But the changes comes here only. The table number here and the I value and multiply table number and initialized value. So then you will get this result. So this is how this I need to frame it. How can you print it? So I'm write a program to print multiplication table for a given table number. Okay, that's the program we need to write. So you can see that public void print multiplication table. So multiplication table, you have to input. Where is the input? I have to give input, right? Int m. That's a multiplication table number. So this is the how I need to frame this. Who is the m, the parameter name? Any table number user can give, right? So that's what we need to do that. So first your initialization will be 1. So I'll write printing the multiplication table. Print multiplication table for, so you print that value. So what is that m you print, what is the number you are inputting, that m it will print. Then initialization is done. First step, everywhere I am writing initialization. Then while condition I less than or equal to 10, this one till 10 only I want, let's say less than or equal to 10. So then I'm printing this format I have to bring first to this is the first part is the table number. The table number is a parameter, that is m. So write m. I need to join m after what, after m what is there, x is there. So I need to print that x. How you can join with m plus operator to join? So within double quotes x you put. So these two are done. X after what is there, I need to join this x with I value, right? This I value. So I need to put I plus I. After I, what is there next? Equal to is there. Equal to, I need to join again plus operator. Equal to, you need to put in double quotation because it is not going to change. X and equal to doesn't change. That's why I'm putting equal to. Plus I need to join the output m multiplied by I. That's it. That frame, I framed this entire thing. That's why here I'm using ln only. Because after printing this, I have to go to next line. So then I'll increment the I value by 1 using plus operator, I plus. To get the next I value. That's why you're using increment operator. Everything as per our formulas only. Initialization, condition, statements, the increment operation. So done. So then I'm printing. So this one, I don't need to bring the cursor because I already, here we are using ln only. I don't need to bring. I'll just directly write. So end of multiplication table. I can just put end of multiplication table. That's it. So that I can understand where it is started, so where it is ending this method. So that's the one. So next. So there are another program I need to write. Write a program to print the sum of given n numbers. Here two programs are going to come. One program I'll write, another program you take up. That's a challenge because I already explained one in the top that you write. So even and odd is going to come here again. So Let me first understand what is the program we need to write here. Write a program to print sum of n natural numbers. For example, if I give my natural number value as input to the method 100, it has to calculate all the 1 to 100 number sum, and that method has to return to me 1 to 100 numbers sum it has to return. That means I should write a return type method. I should not write a void method. So let's write that return type method, how you can do that. So I'm just putting, so let me write here the method, then I'll put this so that I'll get a proper public. So it returns an integer number, get sum for the n natural numbers. I need to get it. So now if you do document comment now, you will get a parameter name and the return keyword also you will get. I'll write here, write a program to print the to return, not print, to return the n natural numbers sum. I'm asking return by the method. So return type method. That's why I'm not writing void here. I'm returning. So this method will return an integer number. So you give n value, you can give any number. So n value 10, no, n value 50, n value 100, n value 200, n value 500. Any input you give, until that all will sum up and give the output to you, and use it anywhere if you want. So that's the method we are writing here. See, first I'll initialize my sum as a 0. So declare some variable as 0. Nothing is there in the sum variable. So int sum equal to 0. That's the first step you need to do. Then initialize the I value by 1. These are called algorithmic steps. Sometimes, when the interviews, they will ask you, just tell me the algorithmic steps. Then you need to tell these steps. So initialize the sum as a 0. First, that means some variable doesn't have anything, and you are storing with a 0. And initialize the I value by 1. That's the next step. Step by step, how you solve it. Those are called algorithmic steps. How you will solve this problem. So that algorithmic steps we call them. So you have to initialize, right, with the data type. Then while I less than or equal to n, till n you have to go. N value it can be anything. N value can be 10. Excuse me. N value can be 100, N value, whatever the input the user is giving for the method. It's a parameterized return type method I'm creating here. Parameterized return type method I'm creating, right? That's a access modifier. So data type, not void. So data type, method name. So data type, so parameter 1. So I'm writing the logic and the return value. So this is the method type. Go and refer our methods topic. I hope I know many people not practicing the methods, and this is the, again I'm telling you, go and practice again and again those methods. Now, okay, let's come back here. So if every time I value becomes till this n, I need to sum this. So sum the I value, every I value, sum each I value with some variable. Then assign to some variable only. That's how we are making the code sum equal to, I'm assigning the output sum plus I. Each number I'm adding to the previous sum value, and then this output I'm storing in the sum variable again. This is the logic, very, 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 very important. You need to understand, because every number I need to add to the previous sum. Initially sum value is 0. So first time I value becomes 1. I'll tell you, I'll take n value as a 10. I'll tell you that. Then increment the I value by 1 using plus plus operator. Let's increment the I value, I plus plus. So I'll just then return the sum. That's why I declare sum outside the while block. If you declare here, it will become local. I cannot use outside the while block. So I declare, that's why this scope is any method inside anywhere. If you declare here inside the while loop, you cannot use outside. So that's why I declared here only, and I can use even outside the while block also. So block scope, method scope, there are for the variables. Make sure if you want to use in the entire method inside, you declare outside the block scope. So then it will be used, this sum can be used in outside of the this block, while block also. Suppose you take an example, n value you have given, suppose n value 10. You assume that. So one simple example, I'm showing you how it will iterate. Suppose you have given n value as a 10. Now I'm iterating for this. I value 1, no, it will come here. I'm executing for you and showing all the iterations. You also write all the iterations. Now I value 1. Less than or equal. What is the n value? What is the n value we have given here now?
10.
10. So is it true or false? Is it true or false? True. Comes here. So sum equal to, what is the sum value currently?
0.
0. Plus what is the I value?
1.
1. Output, what you got? Sum value currently now? 1 you got it. Now sum is not 0. Now sum value becomes 1. Goes here. So I equal to 1 plus 1. It will become 2. Now I value becomes 2. It will go here to the condition. Now I value 2. Less than or equal to 10. True. Comes here. So sum equal to, what is the previous sum value? Here sum value. What is the sum value now? What is the current sum value?
1.
1. So 1. Plus what is the I value?
2.
2. It will become 3. Now sum becomes 3 now. Next it will go here. So I equal to, what is the current I value? 2. 2 plus 1, it will become 3. It will go up. 3 less than or equal to 10. So that is true. Okay. So it is true. Comes inside here. See, if it is true, it will come to this statement. I'm executing this statement now. So sum equal to sum value, current sum value, here is the 1. Current sum value 3. So 3 plus what is the I value? Current I value 3. So now it will become 6. And sum value will become 6 now. Now comes here. So I equal to 3 plus 1, 4. Now I will becomes 4. So why I'm on iterating? My condition is still true only. Until it iterates how much? How long it will iterate? Until your condition becomes false. So 4 less than or equal to 10, true. comes inside, calculate the sum value. Sum equal to the left side part I have written. I am calculating now this part. Some previous sum value 6. So 6 plus, so what is I value? 4. And now sum value. Now comes here. So I equal to 4 plus 1. It will become 5. So go to the condition 5 less than or equal to 10, true, and comes inside and execute the sum value. Sum equal to, what is the current sum value? 10. What is the I value? 5. So 15. So comes here. So I equal to 5 plus 1, it will become 6. So goes up 6 less than or equal to 10, true, and comes inside, calculate the sum value. Sum equal to small values you take. And you don't need to write a bigger numbers. N value I have given 10 initially. So that I can write all these iterations. You also practice like this, right? How the code is executing, understand. Then you will get, what is the current sum value? 15. 15. What is the I value? 6. How much total? 21. So the current sum value. Now I value becomes 6 plus 1, it's 7. So goes up. See, I'm separating with the pipe symbol every time. Now 7, current I value 7 less than or equal to 10. It is true. Comes inside. Sum equal to current sum value 21 and I value 7. So how much it is? 28. So goes up. I value calculate 7 plus 1, 8, and goes up to the condition 8 less than or equal to 10. That is true. Comes inside. So calculate the sum value. Sum equal to current sum value is 28 plus, so what is the I value? 8. So how much total? 36. So comes here. So I equal to 8 plus 1, 9. So I value currently 9. So increment 9 less than or equal to 10. It is true and comes inside. Calculate the sum value. So sum equal to current sum value is 36 plus what is the I value? 9. So how much is the total? 45. So goes here and increment the I value. 9 plus 1, 10. So now it goes here. 10 less than 10 false, but 10 double equal to 10, it is true. So comes inside, calculate the sum value. So sum equal to, current sum value how much? 45 plus what is the I value? 10. So 55 you got. Now goes here and executes I value 10 plus 1, it becomes 11. So goes here and current I value 11. 11 less than or equal to 10, false. So it will come. What is the sum value that will return to you? That sum value is 55. 55 will return by this method to you. So this is how you need to execute line by line, iteration by iteration code. Then you'll get a much confidence in your coding. If you're not doing this, that's going to be a bigger problem for you. Take pen and paper, write iteration by iteration, execute line by line code, and easily you will get. So, but you have to understand first while loop, where it will exit, when it will enter, when it won't enter. You should know that. If condition is true, it will enter inside the while loop. These basics you should know. What is I plus plus means? I equal to I plus 1. That's I plus plus means. That's what I am doing it. I equal to I plus 1 I did. I equal to I plus 1 I did. I equal to I plus 1 I did. Current I value by plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1 we are doing. Okay. That's the how you can iterate, and I can give you n value anything. 100 I can give, 200 I can give, 300 I can give, 500, anything you go, it will give the sum to you. That's the parameterized method, powerful, no, for the output you can get it with any input data. The same logic will execute and it will give the output. Manually, if you want to do, how much time it will take? A lot of time, right? But this program will execute and give the output in even fraction of seconds. That's the logics how you need to build up. The other task for you is same code, but here you need to separate, here you need to separate. So you need to separate the even numbers sum and odd numbers sum. Two sums you have to take. I have taken here one sum, right? You have to take two sums. One is int even sum, one variable, and odd sum, another variable. Two variables you have to take for sum. Why you are taking two variables? You have to separate the even number sum and odd number sum. And you have to return the difference of these two sums. That's a program. In the interviews also they asked this program. One, interviews this, so that return the difference of even and odd numbers natural sum. That's what they asked. Return the difference of even and odd numbers sum. That's a program. So write a program to return the difference of even and odd numbers sum in given range. Given for the given n natural numbers. For given n natural numbers, you have to return the difference of even and odd numbers sum. So then how you can differentiate this I value is even or odd? You write a program. If else you have to take. Here you have to take if else. And automatically, so if I percent L by 2 equal to 0, write the sum of even equal to sum even plus I. Else part, you write sum odd equal to sum odd plus I. Then increment the I value. That's it. So write a program. Make a note this one also. Write a program to return the sum of. Write a program to return the difference of even and odd numbers sum for given n natural numbers. Return the difference of even and odd numbers sum for the given n natural numbers. That's the program you have to write. And one more program, you try it out. Other program also. The program is try it out. Another program I am giving. This program also. All programs note down. Please make a note of all these programs. So that so anybody didn't attend, right? You can post those programs in our WhatsApp group also. Who has written these programs? Then they can also take it up, and they will try writing the program. Next program also. Write a program to print 1 to 100 without using alphabets. Without using numbers, without using numbers. You should not use 1, you should not use 100. Then you have to print 1 to 100. How can you print it? That's a program. Just think and you will get automatically answer. So what is the program you have to write? Print 1 to 100 without using numbers in your code. You should not use numbers. Int I equal to 1, you should not use. This is a number, right? You should not use. And here also you should not use 100. But without using those numbers, you have to print it. How can you print it? So try that and let me know. So whether you are able to do. Otherwise, so if you are not able to do, and I will do that. Yeah. So if you write more programs, and you will get the logic will build automatically. And you are not writing the programs, the logic won't build. As far as every day you write a